discuss is CTV News political commentator and former leader of the NDP, Tom Mulcair. Hello, Tom. Nice to see you today.
Good to be with you, Marcia.
What are the PM's broader goals in Australia, given shifting global alliances? The Prime Minister called the relationship between the two countries a natural partnership.
I think that that's a really fair statement. There have been a lot of references to our Commonwealth cousins, the Australians, and if you look at our history and our geography, we both have a lot of geography, it's easy to understand. They're beside one behemoth, which is China, and China doesn't hesitate to flex its muscles with Australia from time to time, the same way we've been going through a lot right now with the United States under Donald Trump. So there is a lot for us to talk about, very similar to us. They want to expand their trade routes. They don't want to have, very huge percentage of their trade with one giant trading partner, China. So they're doing the same sort of thing as us. And on a personal level, it's quite clear that Mark Carney and Prime Minister Albanese of Australia get along. And of course, that's the type of personal relationship that allows you to accomplish things. So as we saw in his working with Modi, despite all of the different problems on background with regard to foreign interference that we've talked about a lot, I think that the same thing is applying here in Australia. They're from different backgrounds. Albanese is more from the labor side of things, think NDP, that sort of thing. But in terms of being a practical politician, someone with his eyes on the prize and concentrating on what can be accomplished, they're very similar people. And again, it's great for us to have a country like Australia that we have a good working relationship with.
Tom, there's no question this is a jam-packed trip for the Prime Minister. However, those of us in this industry have noted that the Prime Minister has not spoken to reporters in days.
Oh, you noticed that,
he will do. The PM says that he will. What do you make of this, given all the world events? Should we be hearing from the Prime Minister?
Of course, and he should be answering questions. Yesterday, he sent out Anita Anand, who, by the way, is very capable. I mean, she's been handling this. It was such a mess that was made by a senior spokesperson from her department, saying there was no more foreign interference from India, and CISA saying just the opposite, and the minister having to contradict that spokesperson who had spoken on background. So that was a real mess. But Anand came out also and started nuancing the very strong immediate support that Carney expressed for the United States attack on Iran, saying that we should be looking more for negotiation at this stage, the type of things that you would have expected, some covering language rather than the full-throated support that we heard from Carney. So I think that that's the type of thing that people want to hear him talk about. I mean, their duck yesterday was less than elegant, saying that it was actually the pilots needed a rest because they've been flying a little bit too much, and there's rules about that, which there are, but it was kind of transparent that Mr. Carney didn't want to talk to the media yesterday. He'll have his story straight today, and he'll be able to navigate between the finesse that Anand tried to bring to it yesterday and what he said on Saturday. He better not turn on the beep, 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 backing away from Trump, because we're seeing how that's playing out right now with Great Britain. I mean, Trump is in a rage with Keir Starmer. He's not happy at all because that's actually got to do with the military. Something called Diego Garcia, which is a large base in the Pacific that belongs to both of them. And the Brits were trying to say the Americans couldn't use it for staging. They tried to deny them a similar base in Great Britain. The Spanish government, for example, has told the Americans they can't use the base that's usually available to them in Spain because of the fact that they're using it to bomb Iran. So this is more complicated than it looks at first glance, and Carney's going to have a compelling story to tell of why he came out with that strong statement on Saturday and whether or not he adopts the same nuance that we heard from Anand yesterday.
Tom, great to see you this morning. Tom Mulcair is our political commentator and former NDP leader. You take care.
All the best.
You too.